Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya or Naya Sim. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So these videos are really very vital, and I hope you all watch it because it's really something that needed to be said and all that. And I'm going to start by saying that why is it that everybody are in Black people's business? Everybody wants to know what is happening in Black community. Everybody got something to say when it comes to Black people. Some just want Black rhythm, but they do not want our blues, right? And I am going to say this that this is really time that we all stand up for ourselves, stick by ourselves, empower ourselves, because it looks like a particular people are dominating the political aspect of everything, leaving us leaving us hanging. And all we do is look for a way to keep our head above the water level and all that. Like I said in some of the videos I have done before, that it is time Black people not just only focus on sports and music and all that. We want to be diversified in every, want to be everywhere, both in politics and all that. And now we are talking about this politics, about how, how when it comes to Black people, everybody wants to know what is going on and all that. And Hispanics also, I mean, they do not like us. They do not want the Hispanic. They do not like. They really do not want anybody actually around them. But then, knowing fully well that even the Hispanic that most times will try to, advocate for, are not advocating for us, because most of them are actually out there saying Trump 2024, why he is planning on how to deport them. Very soon, they will call Black people to save democracy. Let's get into.
You know what? I hear a lot of black people on social media asking the question, why does everybody seem to have our name in their mouth? Why is everybody always talking about what black people are doing? Why are people in black business? Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because you are the glue to keep the Democrats in power. When they lose your support, and keep in mind, support is more than just voting for them, or it's more than just saying that you are a Democrat. Supporting them is when you stop killing each other, you stop using drugs, you know, get your mind together, stop using drugs and stop supporting that evil agenda, and you unite. That's the biggest threat to democracy. And it's not democracy like you think it's democracy. Okay, you think in democracy, oh, they're going to destroy democracy, and you have no idea what democracy is. But yet they will use that uh, brainwashing tactic to keep you under a spell. When they see you start slipping and start thinking about supporting Trump, or I'm not going to vote, I'm going to sit home. Oh, they're trying to destroy democracy. They start blaming the other side, and then you fall back in that spell. You fall back in that spell, fall in line, and you vote for them at the end. You are the key to their power. You are their wealth. The moment you stop being their wealth and you start thinking about you, your community, start building your community, start taking care of your kids, black women stop kicking out your men, and black men stop throwing your black woman to the side, and you start loving each other, that's the biggest threat to democracy. But as long as they can keep the black man out of the home, keep the black man from supporting his family, his children, his wife, right? His child's mother, as long as he can keep you divided. You ever hear that saying, divided we stand, united we stand, divided we fall, right? As long as they can keep you divided and not united, they're able to stay in power. They're able to stay in control. They're able to do what they do. But when you stop killing each other. And when you stop not taking care of your families, and when you stop supporting them, you started working, you start trying to build your wealth in your community, you start supporting black-owned black businesses, you stay out of their prison system, because their prison system runs on black people. So that's why it's important for you to be targeted by police. That's why black people are targeted by police. As Tariq Nasheed talk about white supremacy, oh, that's what he's talking about, because as long as they can keep you locked up, there's money being funneled to the prison system. As long as they keep you needing them, right, that keeps them in power, because now they can always use that to get your vote. Okay, we gotta, take care of the hungry, and we gotta feed the hungry and the poor, and the black, and that's why they always mentioning black people, and you take New York Governor Kathy Hochul. She came out, she trying to get money and was saying like, hey, we gotta help these black people because they never even heard of a computer before. They don't know nothing about a computer. Well, that's a political message to them to funnel money through the system that the black community won't even see. Even when it came to, I'm not gonna mention that because I have the video removed, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Even when it comes to that, oh, they got paid from that, man. Making sure you guys, they got paid for that. So now you have all this construction going on, and they're building and all this stuff going on. That's the kickback from, yeah. So, but they had to put blacks and Latinos up front. We got to make sure that they're taken care of. Making sure that they get theirs. And we don't want them to get sick. So we got to make sure. And a lot of y'all, like robots, went and did that thing, right? So the secret to their power, the secret to the Democrat control, the secret that keeps this nation together is black people. See, that's why your vote is so important. That's why California, Chicago, New York, Jersey, Georgia, everywhere where black people are voting, that's why it's important. Even if you don't like Trump, that's why it's important to band together. Now, when it comes to reparations, all of these laws to protect you from hate crimes, from the police, and all these things that black people have been asking for, and they've been ignoring you. They gave it to everybody else, but they're not giving it to black people because they got to keep you needing them. They got to keep you asking for things. But there has to come a time when black people are going to band together and say, look, we're going to take what's ours. Right? We're going to take what's ours. Right? Like Tupac was talking about, you can sit there, you can ask him, please give me some food, give me some food. He said after a while, you're going to get tired of asking and begging. We're picking a lot, we're coming through. Right? So that's why black people are always in everybody's mouth. Africans, white people, Arabs, like people in the Middle East, Asians, because black people are the root, are the black people, as they call the blacks, are the ones that's really in control. But yet, you don't get nothing out of the deal because you're still asleep. And as long as you support them, the Democrats and the rhinos, as long as you support them, they're going to keep you needing them. So every time they get ready to run for an election, like, well, okay, vote for me and I'll give you this, and they may throw out a few crumbs, like student loan forgiveness, that don't benefit black people. All these things that they're kicking out there, black college, we're going to give the black colleges a little bit, that don't benefit black people. Who you think is going to take advantage of that? It's a lot of Africans, a lot of foreigners, the ones that's coming through the medical industry. And these are the people, even foreigners now, getting these police jobs to keep black Americans in check, right? But when black people, and the only black people you see that's in power, the only ones that Joe Biden put in position of authority are the ones that's going to serve him and the Democrats. You know, so when he say jump, they're going to say how high. You don't see any of these judges, any of these political leaders that's in position are doing anything for black people. If all of these blacks that's in political position in Congress, that's in the courts, wherever black people are, if they were to unite and said, look, we're going to start looking out for our own community, that's power right there. Watch, it'd be like a totally different nation, right? So that's how they're able to stay in control, and that's why they always have black people in their mouth, is because black people are the ones that's keeping them in power.
From a black man to all the racist supremacists of the world, because y'all seem to only have nuts when you're on social media talking. There's no need to jump in comments. There's no need to do all the tough internet stuff. When you see me or any of my people out in public, just pop it off. If you really want an issue that bad, if you really want it to go down, there's no need to wait in the shadows for your favorite politician to give you instruction. Pop it off. I'm so sick of hearing all you supremacists, all you tyrants, all you racist individuals talk about these migrants, talk about these people like you ain't the original migrant. Like you ain't the original illegal immigrant. Like you ain't the original colonizer. Like you ain't the original thief. Like you ain't the original mass murderer, mass rapist. You're all of these things. I hear Trump talking all this deportation and yeah, I hear all of that, but so should white people be deported? Should we treat white people the same way whites are trying to treat the migrants? Wouldn't that make sense, since that's your ideology? Since you're saying the migrants are here illegally, but you are. The European American illegally occupies indigenous land to Africans and Native Americans. So what are we talking about here? What is the selective outrage and selective hearing about this issue? Any racist. You don't like black people, you don't like Hispanics, you don't like Puerto Ricans, you don't like Asians, whatever it is, you don't like us? Pop it off. Stop talking. Y'all talk too much. You cowardly asses just sit on the internet and talk and create bot and troll accounts to troll people, and it ain't working. We don't care about you. We ain't interested in talking to you. We don't want nothing to do with you. None of us. I don't understand why y'all are so obsessed with what black people are doing. You obsessed with what Hispanics are doing. You obsessed with what the migrants are doing. You obsessed with what everybody else is doing, but yet your government don't even care about you. Let's remember, I'm the same person that said, regardless of color, a combat veteran shouldn't have to pay another bill in this country. I'm the same person that said I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat. I'm not a blood nor a crip. I'm not none of these things. So I speak unbiasedly. Joe Biden is an issue. Donald Trump is an issue. Because the agenda that they serve together goes against the forward momentum of the people. Why is it that we still participate in the Republican and Democrat gang war? Neither side give a damn about your broke ass. But you sitting up there arguing and debating for people that just line in their pockets with corporation money. You sitting up there arguing and debating for people that's trying to figure out how to further divide you from your children and your family and your neighborhood and your community. They are trying to gain more and more control over you and your household, and you sitting up there arguing with a person that's just as broke as you about who you want them to vote for. I don't care what side you on. Both these individuals is the problem. On one hand, you got one that can't even speak a full sentence properly, and on the other hand, you got a racist with a supremacist base that's just a purebred idiot. You lose on both ends. Black people lose, white people lose, Hispanics lose, everybody loses, because guess what? Both these individuals unqualified and incompetent. So what is this really about? Because if it's a war that y'all are trying to start in America, pop it off, bro. There's no need to do all the subliminal waiting in the shadows for a politician to tell you to do it. Pop it off. We gonna answer the door. I promise you. I promise you, once you pop it off, we gonna answer the door. We see you from a mile away because we've been dealing with you since the beginning. All of this fake outrage about the migrants, forgetting that the original migrants is you.
So this is all I got from this video, and sincerely speaking, they all made a whole lot of sense. The truth is that everybody wants to be in black business. I mean, not everybody wants to talk. Everybody got something to say. There is nobody that you will ever come across that do not have something they want to say about black people. They all have something to say. And it's really, like, very important that we stand up for ourselves, to stick by one another. We try as much as we can to do a whole lot to protect ourselves and all that, be there for us, build our community, grow ourselves, and how do I say that? Empower ourselves, because that is very important, And like you all know that already, they are already beginning to know that a minority is a thing, and for them to also know that, I mean, some of them will say that I don't want to be treated like, those people, the minorities. So that tells you how much they know that the minorities, I mean, that is how they treat them. So they are also running around looking for a way to escape being treated like that, because eventually they know that something like that may actually happen, right? That's why you see them looking, I mean, trying so hard to make sure that they have all that power within themselves, like, and they do not want to share that power with anybody. That's why each time I talk about black people or being into it, I mean, we just don't want to be only athletes or, in sports or in music, rapping and all that. We want to be everywhere, both in politics and everything that, I mean, like everything, entrepreneur, lawyers, engineers, everything. We want to be nurses, doctors. We want to be all round. And number one is that okay, why is it that they do not even? The truth is that they don't even like anybody, and that the earlier some minorities, like, learn to understand that, the better for them. Because I see a lot of them. Oh, am I even telling you that there is this Latinos for Trump and all that? You see a lot of them, like, trying to do things that will not even that will not benefit people that look like me, right? You see them saying, we are going to vote for this, vote for that, and the same person they want to vote for is also telling them that he is going to deport them. That if you are here and you do not have, I am going to deport you. And you see them running around trying to also vote for him. But then eventually they are going to come out in the end to tell you that why is it that black people are not speaking for them, when you are or when you're very self-voted for him, and then you are looking for black people to save democracy and all of that. So, like, I am saying this because some people can actually do better. We are trying as much as we can to make sure that we keep our head above the water level and all that, trying to survive. But if you sabotage your own interests, do not think that we are also going to help you. Like they keep saying, they are going to deport everybody and all that. Will you also be deported? You in particular, that is because some of you, are you all here? Like, how did you all get into that place, So yeah, it's a thing, and everybody really got to open his or her eyes, be really very wise, because white supremacy is a thing, and a lot of people have refused to understand that. So all the points they made are really, like, super very deep, and I absolutely enjoy their conversation and what they brought to the table, and I hope we are able to learn and understand some certain things from them. And yeah, absolutely, all that. Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.